return to Memovira. Uh, Ishin, who should have found his way back by now. Is he safe? So his story was true. Roskar looks you up and down with new admiration. I admit, I didn't expect to see either of you alive again. Yes, he's safe, and the Memovira is expecting you. He will see you whenever you are ready. He gives you a surreptitious glance to the other guard and says to you in a low voice, "You should know the Memovira seemed angry that you succeeded." She shakes her head. "I don't understand it either. I've seen her like this before, I've seen her like this before. My advice? Take care of any unfinished business you have before you go see her. That's assuming you have to see her, of course." Right, let's go. Follow me. So we're not coming back to the Bloom, very likely. I can't think of anything I would have wanted to do there. Maybe minor things. Like, I can't even think of those. So the hero returns. The Memovira's gaze is strong and unflinching. Her face is lined and stress marks her mouth. "Impressive," she says, though her voice are clipped. "Even with everything I'd heard you had done, I did not actually think you would succeed." What's your plan for the resonance chamber? She smirks. "That wasn't part of our deal. But seeing as I was going to tell you anyway, I suppose I shouldn't be stingy. You, after all, have as much of a stake in this as I do." She raises her chin high. Some kind of energy shimmers across her body. "I am the first cast off. I have kept myself hidden for a century and more, watching, waiting, letting our damned sire execute his twisted plans, thinking he had the upper hand. But we have plans of our own." Suddenly, several familiar cast-offs materialize out of nowhere. You can't place all of their faces, but you immediately recognize Pashrek Ken. The trim figure of Parikale is also among them. "Our sire thought to use the resonance chamber to subsume us, but I have learned it can stop the sorrow in another way. It is the door to our freedom, and you have returned to me my key." Then the Memovira, the first, makes a sweeping gesture toward Mazov behind her. "As you can see, my agents have retrieved the resonance chamber from the reef. With Mazov returned, we can use the chamber to sever the tidal connections that draws their sorrow to us like a war moth. Then we will be free forever from the sorrow, from having to hide in Mil Abest or this wretched Bloom, from all of our sire's stratagems. We will finally be ourselves. Our freedom is finally at hand, thanks to you." She laughs to herself softly as though to some inside joke. "I have no doubt you have questions. From what I hear, you always have questions. You may ask them while Mazov finishes his work." We need to talk about the chamber. Of course we do. Very well. What do you want to know? What can't your curiosity live without?
Your plan will kill the cast-offs, not free them. We need the connection in order to live. She scoffs.
What ridiculous conjecture! Where did you hear that?
Memory of our sire when I found Mazov. She stares at you for several moments and finally she says,
No, it's impossible. The sorrow tracks us with the tides, and severing the tidal connection between us, the labyrinth, our sire called it, we will no longer be connected to the tides. We will no longer abuse them, and the sorrow will stop its hunt. We will be free. It must be done.
I've learned that in activating the chamber it can be used to weaken the sorrow. Is that true? He looks to Mazov. You can't read the man's expression, but the first says,
Perhaps. But what would that accomplish? The sorrow has been weakened many times, yet it does not die. I will not risk our lives like that. Severing the tidal connections between us is our only hope of stopping the sorrow and surviving.
I thought my body was the catalyst.
It is. The changing god created your body specifically to activate the chamber, to channel its powers. We discovered you had become a cast-off when you spoke to Mazov through Zerian Daywalker. Your body was designed to control the tidal connection between us. But of course our sire doesn't want to sever that connection. He wants to use it to draw all cast-offs back into himself, snuffing us out.
She lowers her chin menacingly.
I won't let that happen. So Mazov has reconfigured the chamber to work with any cast-off.
Can my body still activate the chamber then?
Of course it can. Mazov has repaired the machine, not broken it further. But rest assured, if you go anywhere near that chamber, I will kill you myself.
Is there any other way to stop the sorrow?
There is one other way. Our sire's way. Suck every living cast-off back into a single body. But what good is that? No, the only way to stop the sorrow is to remove what it seeks. It hunts us because our bodies abuse the tides. In severing the connection, the abuse will end.
Yet we have the only person who's studied this for a long time doesn't agree with this assessment. However, we don't know. So it's a gamble no matter what we do. She scoffs.
Our sire didn't know what he was doing when he made our bodies. The sorrow is the consequence, but I will undo his mistakes.
Okay. How long... I wonder, can we talk about this? I mean, how long can we talk about this? How was Mazda taken from you? Her voice grows hard.
The bloom turned on me without warning, or perhaps there were signs I missed. It devoured a large chunk of the fortress, and Mazav's workshop with it. I have endeavored to keep it out ever since, but it was too late. Mazav was gone. He's lucky it was me the bloom wanted, else he would have been devoured immediately.
Yeah, well, weakening the sorrow is a plan, but as she says, it's been weakened a lot of times and it still comes after us. But all of these plans are gambles, and one would be the end of us all, so that's not really what we would be going after. But you have good reason to believe that this is a catastrophic failure too. So no matter what we choose, it's a shit show. I want to activate the chamber, merging all casts of consciousness into myself. No. Your plan will kill the cast off. I won't let that happen. We should use the chamber to weaken the sorrow. We might be able to kill it. Yeah, that's it. We might be able to kill it, yes. How long have you been hiding here?
A decade, more. I rescued Massa from the Gibra after our sire abandoned him. The bloom's hatred of the sorrow, and its power to keep it at bay, was known to me, so we came here in disguise. When the bloom began turning against the old Memovira, I saw an opportunity. I needed his resources to find the resonance chamber before our sire found a way to activate it. Now the bloom has turned against me, but it won't matter soon.
Yeah, this feels like a wrong ending to the game. This is gonna fail somehow. I wouldn't really trust their plan anyway. It seems there's too many problems with it. We should use the chamber to weaken the sorrow. We might be able to kill it. Her voice cuts with a sharp edge.
Are you a fool? The sorrow cannot be killed. You, however, can, which you'll discover if you try to get anywhere near that chamber. The only reason you're alive at all is because I'm optimistic. I hope you're smarter than that.
Yeah, I think your plan will kill the cast-offs. I won't let that happen.
Try and stop me. I was always going to have to kill you anyway.
Why? She sets her shoulders strong.
You are his key, the catalyst he created to activate the chamber. He would use it to subsume all of us into himself, to kill us. Do you understand? I have been trying to stop that from happening ever since I learned what was our sire's true plans. Then when you spoke to Mazab in Oslipagan, using poor Zerin's body, I knew he was close. I knew where you would appear, but not when. I've been watching Mil Avest ever since, waiting for you. When you escaped the sanctuary, I panicked. Years of planning undone. But then you came here to me. The trip to the heart was a fool's errand. Whether you succeeded or not, I would have what I needed. Either you'd be dead, or our sire's plans with you, or else I'd have Mazza back to enact my own plans, and our sire's plans would no longer matter.
Makes sense to me. Yep. I've decided I can't let you kill us all.
Then you are a fool.
Making a note.
Keep him away from the chamber. Paint the walls with his blood.
Prevent Mazza from activating the resonance chamber and remove the neural lock placed on it. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. First cast up is very tough. Harsh is okayish. Barricale is okayish, and Hashrakin is good. This is the Rin Daywalker. Yeah, and Mazza the Lost. No idea what the fuck we can do here. I doubt we can do away with these. Can try to talk with people. I need to see my options. We probably have to retry this fight. The lines inside this brushed metal disc seem to be circuits or channeling for pulsing transdimensional energy. Might be possible to reverse these channels, allowing you to teleport yourself to the top of the stairs. Yeah, sure. 0 point. Yeah, that's what I thought. But that means you fuckers need to... Right. This is gonna suck, but someone's got to do this.
Keep your head down. You'll be out of this soon enough.
Immune to compelled.
There we go. Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Look out, villains! Trouble coming
Use
your
it.
way.
Energy bathes you in a warm glow, and then the world breaks apart around. Okay. I doubt will last a single turn.
I'm ready. I'm over.
I suppose we need to prevent myself from activating the resonance chamber, remove the neural lock we placed on it. What does that mean? Mazar's hands raise over the muted glow of the chamber's control console. He mutters angrily to himself and does not look up as you approach. Father, the controls work for me and none other. This appears to be true. You notice that the buttons on the console only light up the moment before his fingers touch them. Smash things. Find a way to manually override. That's gonna be tough. Disable the shield walls blocking the stairs. That's doesn't really work for me. We can attack. This will probably give in to them. I don't want to use the... I don't want to use these because I think we're gonna have to redo this anyway. We might have to spread things around a bit. Might as well heal your own ass at least.
I could stand a little more of that.
I'm not sure if I have to kill him as often. I'm gonna kick his ass now.
A heroic strike of heroic proportions.
Highbeer has to do something. He's so fucked. Can't equip these things. Yeah. I don't see anything I could really do here. I might be able to switch my place with someone else. But my plan more or less is to try to get the Sorrow. I don't necessarily want to cause unnecessary casualties. I could talk to some of these guys, so maybe we could turn them against the first cast up.
Never felt better than I do right now.
This might buy us a little bit of time, but nothing else. Yeah, they can come through.
On it.
Find a way to manually override Mazav's control of the console. Moving around Mazav, you look onto the other side of the console. Nestled within the tangles of wire, you see a flickering light. Following your instincts, you reach in and rip it out. Damn it! Mazav snaps. Apparently your instincts were right on target. Activate the resonance chamber with the last cast off. As in literally activated, or activated through yaw.
I'm ready.
Just requires an action. Okay, I can probably do something to keep our asses alive a little bit.
Oh, that's the stuff.
Ooh. Vital Surge. Here it is. Are you the one who's gonna do this? No. I'm the one who has to do it. Okay, so we need to keep his ass alive. There isn't that much we can do. Who's next? You. Can I talk to him?
If you want a job done right,
Is he compulsed? He is compelled. Excellent. So...
Never felt better than I do right now.
might be able to lure him away, although I don't think it really matters. I'm going to leave Mazov alive. Mars should draw their attention at this point. Not that it matters anymore.
They have me surrounded.
We could also, I think, use these to basically guarantee an infinite amount of reinforcements to the Moss.
Of course.
Activate the resonance chamber. You give your hands over to the scraps of memory that once belonged to your sire. Close your eyes, fingers racing over the control console like a musician's. The light of the resonance chamber explodes over you.
Lovely. Just what I needed.
Survive the Sorrow's attack long enough for the... oh, fuck. Tremendous power courses through your body, building in a wave upon wave. The resonance chamber has not even fully activated, yet you feel as though you could take on the Sorrow by yourself. None too soon either. As reality comes back into focus, you sense something has changed. The Sorrow is breaking into the fortress. The power of the chamber might protect you, but not the others. You'll have to help them survive until the chamber can fully charge. Oh crap. Survive the Sorrow's attack long enough for the resonance chamber to charge. Well, glad I heard some of these. They're still in fairly good condition. I wonder if they're all that set on attacking me. Sorrow fragments. My point or worry here is the sorrow fragments my main concern at this point. First cast out might still be coming after me, but is that it? I can kill her, but again, is it worthwhile? Ah, shit. I got to root her there. She's not going anywhere.
Fair enough.
Let's see what happens. Yeah, she's still hostile towards us. The moths are not hostile towards me. I'll wait and see at least one turn. See where the tide is turning here. Event horizon. Okay. All burning aura. I have no idea what they're doing.
I'm ready.
What can we do? Control console triggers dying. When you reach for it, a sizzling thread of electricity naps into your hand, driving you back. So we can't do anything. We're just... What exactly are we doing? Maybe we should disable these. More moths might be able to come and join the fight. It's worth a try.
Yes. Now. Never felt better than I do right
Well,
now.
that was inspiring. I'm basically hoping that they're just gonna form a huge clusterfuck here, and that'll buy me some time I need. Gravity bomb. Fuck you!
Damnation.
Things clearly happening here. More sorrow fragments, sorrow fragments. I need to do something about him. He's not that tough to kill, but I can't just sit here and wait for him to beat the shit out of us either. Root Spike. We could pull away from him. He might have a, or she would have a range attack, probably has one, but her physical attacks are somewhat annoying.
Barely making a scratch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Find him! Something to do!
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. Hopefully the fragments and they will entertain each other. I'm certainly not putting myself on the line to save their asses. What can I do? I probably should use some sort of a device. Not much I can do. I can heal, that's something.
Lovely. I need to shake this.
Mazov is our biggest problem. He focuses on us. So please kill him. And more joins the fight. Yeah, we'll just pull back away a little bit.
Naturally.
He uses a tidal ability to pull us closer, so it's not like I can bait him no matter what I try. But that means he can't attack, so it's not exactly wasted either. I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. I'm just hoping they'll buy enough time. Moors are our only allies. It's my turn, right? Any kind of recovery items, that might be a worthwhile place to use it. Rebuild health, might, speed, and intellect for all party members. How big of an area this is? Oh fuck.
Oh, that's much better. Just like
I just wanted to know the area. Oh fuck. Well, there are probably worse places to use that, but I was hoping to at least wait for a little bit. The fire spreads. Right. So now there's no escape. And it's so, I'm not sure if is the game lagging or does it just look terrible. Looking at the effect here on the upper left screen, it seems like it's not lagging, but yeah, I don't know.
Just what I needed.
$300, so it is weaker. It was about 1,000 hit points last time. Survive the Sorrow's attack long enough for the Resonance Chamber to charge. Moss and Draken should fight each other. These guys will probably last a turn or two. Hopefully he will go after them. Still don't want to attack the first cast up. I wish I could just throw her somewhere there to act as a buffer. She will be immobilized for one more round. Tidal Surge, active for 1 round. Yep. You'll do that.
All right.
I should be able to have range attacks, right? Slug splitter, whatever. Yeah, range is sort of terrible. I don't care. I'd rather have the shield. Healing sword. Maybe Impossible Blade might be more worthwhile against these type of opponents. Didn't do anything? Okay, that's actually very good. I can summon the creature. One creature. I might be able to use it as a sacrificial unit. I don't want to fight against the fragments because it's a waste of time. They're just going to pop new ones. I would like to know how long this piece of shit charges up though. Okay, what can I do? Let's just summon thingy. Balefire. Yeah, it ignores the sorrow. I don't think you can really do much about the sorrow. Yeah, and it's an instant death. But it worked. It used its attack against the summon, which is the stupidest possible thing it could have done. It's a 1 turn extra that we have. Highbeer's turn. Yeah, we have to do something about him. At least go and take hits from him. Her, rather. Not sure why I keep calling her him. 5 points of damage. That's no good. Yeah. Whilst... fuck. I'm going to have to kill her. Yeah, I can't keep our guys alive with her here.
My attack didn't feel strong at all. At all.
Live and learn, live and learn. We should start to see casualties. Still, there's a couple of survivors. How long do I have to do this? Only 1 per fight. Shit. What else can we do? Edge magic? Please. So dismay. Please. I need someone to heal something.
Lovely.
could use more healing actually.
Never felt better than I do right now.
Use a mental attack, but did 0 points of damage. Oh, good timing. The sorrow has built up an alarming amount of power. It turns its attention to the resonance chamber. Suddenly, the chamber explodes in shafts of light, touching everyone and everything in the fortress. It has activated at last. But it doesn't feel like you expected. An intense pain explodes in your skull and a wrenching tug in your gut. The chamber is pulling you inside it, forcibly ripping your mind from your body. And if the screams are an indication, you aren't the only one. Well, I was expecting something to go wrong. Not sure I expected this, but it sort of fits, because no matter what you choose, this could happen.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Even if you side with the first cast out, you still have to fight against the Maw, probably, and the Sorrow, so it just would have been a lot easier fight for us. The familiar figure of the ghostly woman looks around her, seemingly even more confused than when you first encountered her here in your mind. Her eyebrows rise high in some sudden realization.
It has begun.
I thought you were a memory or a copy. Why are you here? She looks at you as if noticing you for the first time.
I think I'm more than that. I don't know what, fully, but memories are beginning to surface, far more than before. I'm not certain all of them are mine, though.
You're a cast-off, she says, as though confirming it to herself.
A spark of life left over when your body was otherwise abandoned.
He looks up and around her, as though able to see something you cannot in the black expanse.
They're all here. The spark, the consciousness, of every living cast-off is here now, in the labyrinth. They were drawn here by the resonance chamber.
I thought the chamber was supposed to stop the sorrow. Yeah, no matter what you try to do, this is definitely the outcome.
The chamber was just a lever.
She speaks as though she is just learning this information herself.
The sorrow can still be stopped, but not by flipping some switch in the real world. Your fate and that of your siblings will be decided here, in the labyrinth that connects you all. That was always connected you.
She shuts her eyes.
There is a place called the Resonance, a door in the deepest fathom.
Her eyes still closed, she points to a new portal that wasn't there before.
The Resonance lies through there. You must find it. Your body is the key. Open it, enter it. Then you can stop the sorrow and be free.
I'll remember that.
Suddenly, the ground and even the sky shake violently. You clutch your head in pain as though someone had pounded on the inside of your skull. Gradually, the pain subsides. The air stills and quiets, but the ghostly woman's eyes are wide, her mouth agape.
He's already there. The changing god has broken through to the doorsteps of the resonance. He'll have to force the door open, though. You have time to reach him, to stop him.
She looks gravely into your eyes.
But not much time.
I hope there's not an actual timer here. How do you know all of this? Her brow furrows.
I'm still asking myself that. When you and your siblings were drawn into this place, pieces of their memories filled gaps in mine. I know what happened to bring you here. I understand what is happening now, and I know where the changing god is and what he plans to do.
She shakes her head.
And yet there is so much I don't know. Who am I? Why do I know all of this and you don't? I feel like I know the labyrinth. Why does it...
She bites her lip, unable to voice any more questions. If all the cast-offs were drawn to this place, then where are they?
She shakes her head sadly. They are lost. The chamber drew in their minds and then trapped them, each one with an illusion made from their fears and regrets. I can feel them now.
Her eyes shut tight and she bites her lip.
Their pain, their torment. They don't realize where they are and they cannot escape. Not on their own.
If everyone is trapped in an illusion, why aren't I? She cocks her head to the side.
Because you are the last cast-off,
He says, as though it were obvious.
every cast-off who has met you tells me the same things. You are the latest version. Your body was designed for this. Did you never wonder why you could remember and control the labyrinth when no other cast-off could before?
Why has everything changed? All the doors and portals are different from before. She bows her head in thought. Without looking up, she says,
The labyrinth is a dreamscape shared by the changing god and all his cast-offs. Its shape is defined by your minds, all of your minds.
She looks you in the eye.
I think the sudden influx of hundreds of cast-offs, each with their own lives and memories, has made the labyrinth unpredictable, causing even more change as they move through it.
I seem to recall a warning about the labyrinth at one point. Yeah, the people who feasted on me could enter a horde. Their leader warned that not every path or passage in the labyrinth is something you want to travel. I think in this place we want to reach our goal, not to explore every possible option given to us.
As to where the other portals go,
She looks over at the shimmering doors that weren't there before.
I don't know. I only know that one over there
She points in the opposite direction.
leads to the resonance. That is the way you must ultimately go if you are to stop the changing god.
I think there might be worthwhile to visit some other options if we can, but this is I think you're basically... The game has integrated choices about time and consequences of basically using your time on other activities and more or less providing consequences for those. So I think this is not an exception. We were specifically warned about this possibility, though I'm not sure if I would go immediately to that if we have other options. I haven't had the chance to look at the map, but I would, depending on their number, I would never visit all of them. Maybe there's something exceptionally interesting we have to absolutely take a look at, that's one thing. But otherwise we want to keep our eye on the ball here. Tell me how... No. Does that mean the act... No. Yeah, I'll try to stop it. Farewell.
Wait, there's one more thing. The labyrinth has become a volatile thing. Everything is changing. Even now, I can feel the portal that leads to the resonance trying to close. Make sure you have everything you need before you descend, for once you start, you may not be able to return here at all. Good luck.
Okay. Oasis Fathom, Village Fathom, Krypton Fathom, Thoros Fathom, Path of Resonance, Daughters Fathom, Fox Fathom. Maybe these would be potential companions, or do we continue the path on our own? I don't know. I can at least level up. Stat pools, maybe? I don't see how extra edge is gonna make much of a difference or effort. So pools, please. Intellect is good enough. I don't see. Well, we might take my... Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think this will end up being solved in a fight. A pure fight. This is something else. We were an intellect character, might as well go all the way with it. Although, I'll put in mind, we don't know what type of challenges we might have to face still, so 28 intellect is good enough. Hopefully it's good enough. Don't think we have the luxury of resting anymore. Right. A quick glance says there's 4 new paths. And I don't know what those would be. I'm going to at least take a look at one of the paths of the 3 so I can know what the fuck we're dealing with here. Lady Angie. Good. You're a new one.
All right.
Ooh. Who are you? Rin. The woman strides toward you, all confidence and grace. She has none of the fear and awkwardness you remember, and yet her eyes are still Rin's. The fear is gone, but the bright spark of innocence and joy is still there, brighter even. She squeezes your shoulder with a firm hand.
Damn, you haven't changed at all. You're exactly like I remember you. I mean, warmth and welcome on your road, stranger.
Rin? When she laughs, it's like a song, like the sun bursting out from behind the clouds.
Yes, it's me.
She cocks her head in the unique way Rin used to, looking at your pack.
You're still carrying Theria, aren't you?
Your expression seems to amuse her. She laughs and says,
That card of finding I gave you, remember? Cards about, I can't believe he was strong enough. I was just a kid when I made him, and it doesn't look like you've aged much at all.
But we're in my mind. Your god helped you find me here? She nods with pride.
He's a more powerful god than either of us knew. I can't take the credit though. I hardly knew what I was doing.
She smiles.
I just knew I wanted to see you again. Theria is what came of it.
It's good to see you again. She smiles, as warm and bright as the sun.
It's good to see you too, old friend. I think about you all the time. I came because Theria called me back. He's under the impression that you need my help.
He looks around at the twisting expanse of the labyrinth.
I'd say he might be right. Where are we anyway?
The resonance chamber was activated. It trapped me and all the other cast-offs here in the labyrinth.
That sounds terrible. No wonder Theria called me. Well, I'm here to help if you need me.
I do need you, and I'm glad you're here. She grins wide.
Of course, old friend. Come on.
Are you any good, or are you tier 5? Brave shaper who walks between. Rin isn't a lost little girl anymore. She has been through a lot since you last saw her, and her courage has grown tremendously. Rin has grown into a skilled and dangerous woman. She has learned how to fight and hunt, and her gods can perform wonders equivalent to any ninth world nano. Rin has crossed worlds to return to you at your time of need. Her old gods are with her and stronger than ever. She seems to have brought new gods as well. He has a crossbow. Powerful one though. No new abilities on the lower levels, which is interesting. She still is pretty good in lore, healing, initiative, running, quick fingers, perception, cypher use, range weapon. Quantum leap, Cypher Adept, so she can probably use lots of ciphers. Yeah, 11. Too bad we don't have any. Mind Barrier. Okay. Ooh. The Cobbler. +4 cipher skill limit. All other party members gain +10% on all tasks, +1 damage per effort applied. Fluke and Fortune. Animate Balefire, this is the same summon crap I had. She seems to be a sort of a... No, she's not really a jack. She's... yeah, I can't be the class she is. She's very good. Gravity Manipulation, Blood and Bill, that's the new one. Hiding and Healing, heals 20 points of health on all allies in range of target point. Uses 5 intellect, so she's an even better healer. Only useful in combat. Deals 10 points of relativistic damage to all enemies in range who fail to resist. Even on a miss, 1 does some relativistic damage, that's about it. Pretty expensive and not that particularly good. All. Dull Shin. Looks like a regular going to you. She has okay-ish equipment, I suppose. I do need the other companions, I think. More importantly, she does not really need this type of crap anymore. Target enemy drops some of their possessions and wanders aimlessly. That's right, I don't think I want to change anything yet, but we want to spread things around a little bit. Trans-dimensional damage, at least give her something. I'd like to give these to the other guys, in fact, not necessarily them. Right, I'll leave things here. I think... I don't know what the 3 portals here are, but my goal would be to... I actually don't want to go in them first. I'll run around here, see if there's reactions. So can we basically... Or maybe we don't have to do anything. Usually how the combat works here is that I can just bring their minds here to fight. So maybe that's how this works. Not... Rin is the only one who's actually here. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do. I'll talk with people, walk around, see what happens. I think these are sort of traps. Whatever we do, we're not gonna go to all three of them. No way. Maybe we're not even a single one. I don't know. Still thinking about it.